Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to have a look at a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of reprints that have gone and been revealed over in Japan for the Pokémon TCG. And this is, frankly, wonderful news. And here's the thing, right? If you're looking at this going, wassy, it's going to be by a lottery, I might not win the lottery. That's not the point. And if you're looking at this going, wassy, mate, I'm not in Japan. I'm not looking for Japanese products. That's not the point. The point is, I'm coming back at this stage pretty regularly and showing you, look, Pokemon care, Pokemon are trying, and Pokemon are doing everything they can to make sure that regular people who actually want the cards are getting them, and scalpers are going away. This is an anti-scalper plan. This is trying to make sure that the cards get in the hands of actual fans, so that instead of going and buying from some random silly scalper, you're just going and buying from Pokemon, and this is wonderful. Is it perfect? Probably not. If I'm honest with you, that's not the point. The point is significant improvement, and that's awesome. And there is a whole bunch coming, including Black Bolt and White Flare. Yeah, that's right. Black Bolt and White Flare are getting a reprint. Now, they are nominally, for what it's worth, they are actually the most recent sets right now, because Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia aren't actually out yet. They'll be out in a few weeks' time. So right now, these are the most recent sets that have come out over in Japan. And they are popular sets. They are good sets. They're also a bit of a nightmare to collect, truth be told, because every card in the set has, well, every Pokemon at least, has an illustration or a special illustration rare, and that's super annoying. That is a real pain to try and get all of them. And no, I don't think it is going to be super easy to go and collect all the special illustration rares and illustration rares anyway. I don't think a reprint is going to help everyone go and get everything they need super easily. That's not the point. The point is there's going to be more out there. There's going to be more making their way onto the secondary market, both boxes and singles, and people are going to be able to get hold of some of these. Now, it is worth noting we don't have dates right now. Sorry. We know they're going to be held on the Pokemon Center online. We just don't know what the dates are for these. If and when we get them, I'll either make a video or put out on Twitter at the Wassy, depending on what's more appropriate at the time. So, as always, do be following me on Twitter at the Wassy, and do be making sure you're subscribed so I can bring you all the latest news. It's also worth pointing out that they have just listed the Scarlet and Violet expansion pack, Black Bolt box, and White Flare box, not the fancy special box that's got 35 card packs. So it seems like it's going to be the 7 card packs, not the 35 card packs. 35 card packs, remember, have a guaranteed artwork rare, illustration rare inside them, and obviously 35 cards rather than 7. I've weirdly not seen these around very much. These are products, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen them. You know, they're on Amazon for an absolutely absurd price, but I've not seen these around very much at all lately. I find that kind of interesting. Now, I did actually manage to get a box of White Flare on Amazon, won the lottery, yay, etc. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what, right now, over on Amazon, they do have a pre-order, yeah? It's only 9,250 yen, which, to be fair, is actually kind of cheap for resellers. It's not actually cheap. The box should be like 5,500 yen. I'm not actually saying it's cheap. I'm just saying that compared to usual resale prices, that is actually less than we would generally see. It's not great. It's not cheap. But it is less than we've seen from a lot of sets recently. Black Bolt, for what it's worth, is marginally more expensive. Best deal on Amazon is actually from the same price. It's a pre-order coming out next week, and this one's 9,750 yen. It's not quite double MSRP. Now, I don't think that's great, truth be told, but like I keep saying, it is better than we've seen from some sets in the past, for what that's worth. I'm hoping that Pokemon Center announcing reprints is going to bring these down. But then we've also got reprints that have gone and been revealed for Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia. And what's really awesome here is they've kind of gone full gambit here. So obviously we're getting reprints of Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia. They are being re-released. There's going to be more of them available. They're going to be put on the Pokemon Center by a lottery system. Yay! But then also the Premium Trainer Box Mega is also being re-released. That is the one where you get packs of each, and then you get a bunch of individual cards that you can use to make decks and things of that nature. And then the Mega Brave Pokemon Center set and Mega Symphonia Pokemon Center set are also being re-released. These are the ones that have either Lily or Ace Roller, and you get 2 boxes plus sleeves and deck box and all of that good stuff. So they're actually releasing all of the products for this. They are all going back up on the Pokemon Center. This is excellent, excellent news. Because, I mean, especially the Pokemon Center sets, you're talking about 2 boxes of the set, plus exclusive sleeves and deck box. Now, they're 12,800 yen. They ain't cheap. But I think for a lot of people, these are going to be products they absolutely covet. And it's worth pointing out that if you're Pokemon, right, the easiest thing to do when it comes to reprints, by far, the easiest thing to do is to just go, you know what? Let's just get boxes out there. Why not? It's the easiest way to do it. It's the best way to print enough of these things because all you do is just print box, 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 box. If you want to be printing the Premium Trainer Box Mega, then you got to print the actual box itself. But then you've got to be printing, and don't get me wrong, a lot of like the poison and damage counters and all of that, they are going to be used in other products for exactly the same. But things like the damage counter tin, making sure you got enough of all the single cards, that's a lot more effort in and of itself. And as for the Pokemon Center sets, well, you got to produce more sleeves, you got to produce more of the deck box in addition to the box in which it all comes. That's a lot more effort to do. Why are Pokemon going to all the effort here? I honestly believe Pokemon at this point are actively trying to get rid of the scalpers. Because the problem is, let's say you just reprint these boxes, right? You reprint boxes of Mega Brave and boxes of Mega Symphonia and you go, right, we've reprinted them, jobs are good. Well then, that says to all the scalpers, don't worry too much about the boxes, but fight for the Premium Trainer Box Mega and fight for these Pokemon Center boxes as soon as they go up online, because they are going to be able to be resold for a bit, because if Pokemon do reprints, they're only going to bother with the boxes. Oh, okay. Whereas by reprinting everything, Pokemon are basically saying to everyone, we're just going to keep doing this. And I am genuinely filled with hope. For a very, 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 very long time, years, I just bought 1 or 2 boxes of every Pokemon set that came out in Japan. And it was lovely, and it was easy, and it was wonderful, and, well, it stopped. Because we got to a point where the boxes just, they become super awkward to buy. And it's not that I don't want to buy a box of Black Bolt. I have yet to see a box of Black Bolt for a reasonable price. Same thing with the Mega sets. I'm entering every lottery that I can find, but I've yet to be selected for one. And if we have a look over on Amazon for these sets are not reasonable. These sets are absurd right now. Because, you know, let's take a look at Mega Brave, for instance. 18,000 yen. Yeah, that's more than treble retail. And when I was telling you about Black Bolt and White Flare a minute ago, and I was saying, well, you know, they're better than they have been, it wasn't me saying this is a good price or anything stupid like that. This was me saying, well, yeah, it's better than some other sets. And Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia are both like the same price right now. They're both over treble retail, and that means that if you want to be picking them up and you're not picking them up from a lottery or whatever, you don't have a trusted game store in Japan that you can use, it just becomes a little bit awkward. And honestly, if you're like a real collector like me, then your best bet right now is actually to not bother with boxes. You know, try and get on lotteries and all of that, but accept the fact you're probably not going to, and instead just buy singles. Because most boxes, you're going to pull a random full art anyway. At least that's been the case with me for a while now. So you're giving up the chance to pull a really good secret rare, which incidentally is a thing that's pushing the price of these boxes up so much, is a possibility of, you know, pulling one of those super expensive cards. And then you can pick up the vast majority of the cards for next to nothing, a few cards for a couple of quid, and then that's the set. It's only the big fancy cards that end up pushing the price up. So yes, there is an argument here to just be picking up singles and kind of worry about it later, which is honestly what I'm doing at this stage. But that brings me back to the whole point of this video, because Black Bolt and White Flare are getting a reprint, and they are going back by lottery sale on the Pokémon Center. Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia are going back on the Pokémon Center, and we're not just talking about the boxes, we're talking about everything. Pokemon are trying super hard right now to try and make sure that the scalpers aren't going to win, and I'm telling you right now, if they keep doing what they've been doing lately, it is going to start working. There are going to be a lot more scalpers who end up picking up this stuff, getting a lot less than they thought because the prices were driven down by reprints, and then giving up. And when the scalpers give up, we win. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the dream. Right, that's what you need to know. So now it's over to you guys. Is this the kind of stuff you're excited about? Are you going to be going to try and pick some of this stuff up? Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely Andrew Kincaid, who's been a supporter of ours for a long time now and seems to be a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.